What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Gaming Sanctum Podcast, where we give you our weekly gaming news every Monday. Today, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Mainly Pokemon Legends Arceus being released. A lot of news about... Okay, we're not going to talk about the Pokemon Legends Arceus. Okay. We both got it gifted to us. I think I played it for like 15 hours straight. And yes, I know what you're about to say, that we talked a lot of shit about it, and I still have the same thoughts that I did before I played it. The game still looks really bad. The FPS issues are really bad. The textures are really bad. Graphics are bad. Like there's times where like a Pokemon will be 10 feet away from me in the air and it looks like Duck Hunt from Super Nintendo. I'm not even joking. Like it's
not even
so
that.
bad.
It has a 10-foot like draw dust, man.
Yeah.
But
dude,
we'll get to Pokemon right after this. Let's go through the list.
Yeah, let's go through the list. We got a lot of PlayStation news. Apparently they're going to be doing another Game Pass thing. They're gonna get rid of now, I guess, and do their own Game Pass. Rumored, supposedly. We got a lot of news on Elden Ring and Lost Ark. We'll cover that. I think we're going to touch more on Lost Ark next week when it's closer to release, when you guys actually care about it. And a bunch of smaller things as well. New Star Wars news. We got Rumbleverse coming out. A lot of mobile game news. So we'll talk about that at the end of the video. So if you care about the gacha game stuff, Netmarble went ham this past weekend. They had their own live stream and they talked about a lot of new hype anime games that they're doing. Just to name them off real quickly before we get into them, it's Black Clover Mobile. That was actually the previous team that worked at Netmarble. He made his own, but they also have Netmarble has Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross Genshin clone. Looks really good actually. They got solo leveling that plays like Devil May Cry, and the music's even like Devil May Cry-ish. Subarashi. Oh my god, so good. And Tower of God anime game as well. So there's a lot of like me
trash.
Yeah.
I need everybody to know that Rachel's trash.
Dude, it's kind of funny too, because me and
Straight
Junior
trash.
were like literally talking about it last week. How a couple days ago, actually, when we weren't even live doing the podcast, we were talking about like how gachas for the last year or two have been so shit, and usually like we've been playing them for like a good 8 to 10 years, right? Gacha games, and they have gotten to a point. They were at a point where like at least one or two like really hype ones would come out every year. Like we're talking like at the levels of like Epic 7 when it first came out, or Genshin, or like Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross. But like last year there was nothing. And if you, I swear to God, if you're in chat and you say Revived Witch, I'm gonna slap you.
It's so boring. It looks really good. It sounds great. The characters look cool. I have never been more bored in my life.
It's like. Man, I would just rather go play Octopath Traveler on my Switch, or the Octopath Traveler gacha game that's only in Japan, which I pray gets a global release because it's so good.
Bro, I've been waiting for that game to get. Dude, y'all understand. Whoever is a naysayer of like gacha games, I'll just say wait till Octopath Traveler gets released global.
And
the second you play that shit and you realize the phone game is just the start of the phone game. It's not even the whole thing. Just the start of it is 4 times larger than Octopath Traveler console game, bro. On a phone?
Yeah.
Nah.
Not to mention Bravely Default just released a couple days ago, the mobile game for Bravely Default Japan only. They did say it's coming to global in 6 months. About that, or 3 to 6 months. So we will be seeing it. But man, I've been playing it in JP. Obviously, I have no fucking clue what's going on because I can't read Japanese. It is fully voice acted. It is literally the game that just came out on the Switch this year, or last year. Sorry, because I forgot it's 2022 now. And it has its own original story, and it has all the characters from every Bravely Default game in this story. Because as you guys know, if you've played Bravely Default, spoiler alert if you haven't, I'll give you a couple seconds. Bravely Default. It involves a lot of time travel. A lot. At the end of the game, you're pretty much going back in time, trying to right the wrongs you've done and kill God, who controls time. Pretty much is just what you're doing.
Every RPG, JRPG ever.
Yeah. And so that's what you're doing in Bravely Default. So they implemented it in some way where the time travel thing there, opens up a dimensional rift to your world, and like all the worlds of Bravely Default are like combined in this one world. So like places you've seen in the 3DS game are in this mobile game, and then the places you've seen in the Switch one that came out last year are in the new the mobile game as well. So they're like the worlds are converging or something like that. It's actually kind of sick the way they're doing it. They're telling the story pretty good. I just don't know what's going on, but it's really good. So that's going to be really hype when it comes out as well. So those are some of the gacha games that we'll talk about at the end of the show.
It also has Bravely First in there too, by the way.
Bravely First, yep.
Oh.
A lot of good stuff in that game. I can't wait for it to come out. Do we want to start with Pokemon first, or get it out of the way?
I swear, everybody that watches this, they're like, man, these guys just talk about Final Fantasy and Pokemon Arceus. That's it.
It's true, shit.
I mean, they're the biggest. It's literally the biggest franchises. Like, how do you not talk?
And they're the only ones coming out with big ass news all the time. Like we probably will be talking about Final Fantasy at some point today because it was 25 year anniversary of Final Fantasy VII, and we're
gonna talk about that picture.
Oh my god! So they released some key art, new key art for the anniversary of Final Fantasy VII, the 25 year anniversary yesterday. It was a picture. I might use it as a thumbnail. I don't know yet.
Yeah. Use it as a thumbnail. That'd be a great thumbnail.
It was literally Cloud's stance, right, in the remake key art of him holding the Buster Sword, right,
over his shoulder,
looking away over his shoulder. It's the same stance, but it's Sora, and it says "Happy Anniversary, Final Fantasy VII." But it looks like
that Midgard look.
Yeah, and it looks like Kingdom Hearts 4 key art is what it looks like, and I'm like, wait. What? And it was Nomura that posted this, so it's like, bro.
You know what I just thought about?
Maybe that's why he stepped down from lead director.
Dude, you know what I just thought about that could happen? And I'm like very upset that my brain processes
don't say
this
what I
way.
think you're gonna say.
So it's the end of Sora's story, but there's two other characters, bro.
Yes, Kairi and
Riku.
And
watch this shit be fucking Riku's story, and then it's just gonna have Sora in it because I hate my
life. They'd be like, "Oh, you thought we said Sora was done? His story's done. Doesn't mean he's not gonna be in the game anymore." Gotcha.
Sora. I hate it.
Sora.
Wait, so like, damn. You know, you could. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It'd be kind of cool game though if they made it like. Hear me out. All right. Make it Souls-like, but Riku's story. I would play that.
That would be sick. Don't give me a hard on this early in the morning, dude.
Bro, I'm already full. Never mind. Anyway,
that would be Y'all were complaining about no Final Fantasy in Kingdom Hearts 3. Well, they're dead ass gonna just make a Final Fantasy Kingdom Hearts, bro. You know what? What if they just put Sora in Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2?
I'm done. No,
I hate it. I hate it. I hate Nomura. I hate it all.
You know you can hit that flashbang?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This is a warning for everybody that's listening. This is literally what I heard when you said that.
Yeah, same, dude.
It was like off the juice.
Sora got me tripping.
Oh no.
But yeah, let's go to Pokemon. Enough about that. Pokemon. Okay. Here's my unbiased thoughts of Pokemon. You guys know in the last maybe 2 or 3 episodes we talked about Legends and, the more screenshots and leaks that kept coming out, and it just kept looking worse and worse. Let me still put it this way. I still feel the same exact way. I think the game looks awful. I think it looks like even so many content creators played the game. So I can't wait till Metacritic user reviews are up. I think there's one more day left, and then we can see user reviews and leave our own reviews. So many people are actually bashing the graphics and saying this is PS2 level graphics.
Yeah.
And I actually think that PS2 games had better graphics. Go back and look at Final Fantasy X on PS2. I guarantee it looks better. Which is crazy to me because people say that it's held back by hardware. Dude, there's so many games. Monster Hunter Stories 2, Xenoblade Chronicles, all of the Xenoblade Chronicles games on the Switch.
Have you seen Uncharted on the Vita?
Yeah, actually. When it's people like say that PS Vita wasn't ahead of its time, come on.
Bruh, 14-year-old hardware still look better right now
They
than
didn't even like take advantage of what the Vita could do. I'm so mad that they dropped it, man. That the Vita could have been so fucking good. If
I
they
hate
if they
that
would have
so
waited a couple
much.
more years to release it, like if they would have released it side by side with Switch, I don't think it would have competed with Switch, but the games would have definitely been better.
No, I don't even think it's that. I could tell. Man, I can do like a whole fucking season of a series of talking about the Vita. I'm one of those. Yeah. So man, that Vita. I'm just telling you, it came out. Okay. They
I still have mine.
had the only people that knew about it are actual gaming fans.
Yep.
I'm not saying anything about anybody that's, you know, like I'm talking about when I say gaming fans, I mean people that like actively look for news. Like I'm like, yo, I gotta see the new X badge. I gotta see IGN, you know, or I gotta look at IGN stuff. I gotta look at the Game Informer stuff. I gotta look at whatever. Now, I'm just trying to get news for games. I was like a tech junkie, like hardcore. I'm like, oh, new tech came out. New tech came out. That's why the Amiibos came out, and I was so about Amiibos because that was amazing. That's amazing technology, right?
Mm-hmm.
But like, Vita came out, no news at all.
Nope.
Outside of Japan. And like the Japan news was like very tiny, and then they only made JRPGs, which is great. It was zero advertising, horrible.
Zero.
And they had like con after they had E3 after E3, they had Gamescom, they had you name it. No news ever about Vita.
Nope.
To the point where like people that were hosting stuff for Sony at the end would sit there with a Vita in their pocket, pull it out, and be like, "Hi, this is my moment to talk about the Vita. I just want to remind the actual like devs, you know, Sony, that you have this. Thank you for hiring me as your you know host to talk about your Sony stuff. I just want to point out, no news at all for this console. Is amazing. You know,
Yep.
like that's so bad. I played Persona 5 on my Vita at
Dude,
work.
I played a remake on my Vita with
It's
the
amazing.
remote play. It
Yeah.
literally ran the game. I was like, dude, the shit they could have did with the system, man.
But
oh
then
my
people
god.
are like, cloud gaming's bad. But look, on the Vita, I could perfectly run like Persona 5. I play Metal Gear Solid 5 on there, everything. I could perfectly do that from work off a Wi-Fi connection on my fucking phone. Okay, I tether it to your phone, right?
Better
and then
than
you
Stadia.
use the Wi-Fi connection. And then you look at Kingdom Hearts on the Switch.
Oh my god. Oh, dude, it's so bad. I remember, dude, someone I know that has 1 gigabyte download and upload speed, okay, was playing Kingdom Hearts 1, and literally at the beginning, this is a single player game on cloud service. Literally at the beginning where they give you the choice. Do you want the shield? Do you want the sword? Do you want the wand? He went to go start moving to jump on one of the boxes. He couldn't even, the input lag was so bad that he could not even jump on the box. Every time he moved, it would go 5 seconds later. He's like, bro, what the fuck? This is $100, by the way.
$100 for that version.
When you can get it on the PlayStation for physically for $20.
Yeah. And then the Vita would have played it flawlessly.
I bet you right now, I'd fucking turn on my Vita right now and do it. I swear to God, I bet you I could. Dude, you know what else? I've literally played Demon Souls on my Vita.
I played Final Fantasy 14 on my Vita.
Oh, dude.
Girl. That was Well, I was like, wait, because I was sitting there, I was like, wait, I could do my daily. Bro,
yeah, I don't know if you could you probably couldn't do a raid on.
I didn't do raid. I did dailies.
Yeah,
I did daily dungeons.
But like stuff like that, dude, so good. And that's how old is the Vita now? Like 10 years
14,
almost?
14 years, bro. I think. Let me see.
It's so weird because the PSP came out and they talked about it so much. And then they did the Vita. And then like I didn't even know they had like it took me working at GameStop to realize that they had, because those guys don't know, I worked at GameStop as a manager for like 6 months and then I quit because the job was awful. But it took me working at GameStop to realize that they had actual Vitas that had mobile data. And they never promoted that shit. Yeah, I had one too. Literally, like how when I say mobile data, it's like your cell phone. Yeah. Yeah. So if your cell phone has service, it uses cell tower. So the Vita literally used cell towers, and you could play online games on the go.
Yep, it was AT&T service.
Yep, and it was actually really good. AT&T
is
really
free.
Good. Yep, free. Yep.
You could it's free to like I said, you could text me on my Vita. It was kind of funny because I told my friends that, and they literally started texting me on my Vita.
Dude, it was so ahead of its time. Oh my god.
It's 10 years. It's 10 years and 1 month old.
I was right. 10 years. Damn, been a decade. They just closed the store for a little while. That's so sad. But yeah,
They closed. They brought it back up.
And like games looked so good on the Vita, right? And they like honestly better graphics than Arceus. And like while I still think the game,
I've ever seen, though.
Huh?
Worst UI I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, the UI was pretty bad.
Like, why did I have a triple UI? That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, triple. It was pretty bad.
It was bubbles, blades, and spaces.
Yeah,
all at the same time.
Yeah. I like the icons for the games. That was about it.
They look really cool. It reminded me of like the throwback from PS2.
Yeah,
where like the icons would like float and it's like semi 3D.
And they did this cool thing too with like, remember when you used to buy physical copies of games and it'd come with the manual?
Mm-hmm.
If you bought the digital versions, it would have the manual on the startup screen. You could just scroll down and it would have like the manual for the game, which is kind of cool.
It had that. It had a trophy thing. They're doing so much.
Yeah.
Bro,
but the Switch still doesn't have achievements. Why, Switch? I would actually want to play your games more if there was achievements.
It had AR capability, right? It had text chat. You could connect. Here's the crazy thought. You could do voice chat in your games on the Vita.
Without downloading an app on your phone.
Without having a secondary app. You're literally just on the damn Vita itself.
Yep.
Bro.
It's so sad when you think about it. And
it's bad hardware.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Switch is being held back by hardware is what they say about Arceus, but I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
And after like all the gripes, I will say this about Arceus. It's still Pokemon. It's still fun.
It's fun as fuck, dude. It's so fun.
A lot of people are saying it's grindy, it's a grind fest. No. I literally leveled to level 40 in the first area by accident. I didn't even know I was leveling that much. I was just going around catching Pokemon. The best way I can explain this, right? Think of Pokemon Go or Pokemon Let's Go and Eevee. Let's Go, those games where you don't have to battle. You can still battle to catch Pokemon, but it's not necessary. If you sneak in the grass and throw at their backs, you can get a critical capture, which increases the chances of you catching it. You can throw berries out for them to get distracted at the berries and, throw it at their backs, etc. There's different balls that do different things. There's a feather ball that lets you throw it very far. Heavy ball. If you catch them unexpected, so if you get throw them at its back, you have an increased chance. Great ball, ultra ball. There's leaden ball, which is like for heavy Pokemon. It's so many things that help you capture. But there's certain Pokemon that are very like shy and like don't like to battle or aren't aggressive, so like you can keep repeatedly just throwing balls at them to try and capture them. But then there's other Pokemon that are really aggressive, and if they see you, they will charge at you. Yeah. And you have to battle them to catch them or wipe them out. But yeah, literally in the first area, I just went around catching Pokemon. A lot of people say it's tedious and grindy, but here's what I'm going to say about that. I think the actual system for like increasing the Pokedex, they do it incredibly well. How they do the Pokedex in here, like they'll have things where it's like catch 10 Pokemon, so they'll have a list. I'll use it for example, Starly, the Pidgey of this game, right? So Starly, if you catch to max out the catching of Starly, like there's a tree for like the stats on the Pokedex for it. Catch 25 of them. Okay. I did that so fast. I don't even know how, because you can literally find a group of 4 of them and just eat balls at them and catch them all instantly. It's so easy.
It is. I do have to say it's kind of nice. Like you can catch without engaging.
Yes.
You can literally drive by like catch.
You can't catch them while you're on Whirldeer, whatever, while you're on the mount. But in the water, you can mount on the water. And I guess I understand why I do that, because water Pokemon are literally most of them only in the water. So that's the only way you can catch them is on the fish mount. But I do think it would be awesome if they did an update where I could literally fucking, you see me rolling and it's like throw Pokeballs while on the fucking mount.
Drive by.
Yeah, literally. It'd be sick. But yeah, like they do such a good job at making it doesn't feel tedious, because like you're actually having fun, especially if you like Pokemon games, you like monster collecting. And they give you good incentive for this, right? So if you like catching shinies, this game is incredibly easy, by the way, to catch shinies. Like they almost hand them out to you at this point. But to make it even easier the Pokedex entries, right? So say to Starly, right? It'll have 5 different things that you need to master to perfect it. So there's 2 different things. You can get it to research level 10, which is the highest research level for that entry into Pokedex, or you could get it to perfect. So research level 10 only requires you to get 10 of the things on the list. So for example, they'll have capture Starly 1 time, 5 time, 10 time, 5 time, 15 time, 20 time, whatever, and until the last one. And then there's catching one. There's catching it without being seen, so stealth. And then there's defeating it. There's defeating it with electric moves. Evolve this Pokemon 3 times. Stuff like that. Very easy stuff. And if you perfect it, it literally doubles your chance of finding a shiny. So it goes from 1,400. It goes from 1 and 4,096 to 1 and 2,040 something, whatever it is. And then once you have the outbreaks are like hordes of them just spawning in one spot. There's a trick to this. You pretty much go to the camp, you save, you go there. If there's no shiny, once the horde thing runs out, you close the game, load up the save, go back to town, and there's like a 70% chance that the outbreak will still be there. You'll try to go back there. If the guy says there's no outbreak, you just reload the save again, and vice versa. Just keep doing that and going back to the horde until you see a shiny. But I've seen so many people do this, like A-Drive and all of them, and they literally get it within like 15 minutes. It's so easy, especially if you have the Pokedex for that Pokemon perfected. I think the chances go from 1,000, from 1 in 4,000 to 1 in 100.
Oh, it's 100? Damn.
Yeah, it's actually so crazy. I've seen people get 2 shinies in one horde. That's insane. You can also get alphas as shiny as well. So alphas are the like giant forms of the Pokemon.
We all know that the real gamers are only going to go for alpha shinies.
Yep. I saw a buddy of mine actually get a shiny Ursaring alpha. I was jealous.
Oh, freaking Prophet got a alpha shiny yesterday.
What do you get? Which one?
I can't remember. He put it in the hideout.
The only shiny I've gotten is Ponyta, and yesterday I got a Ghastly. The Ghastly one took me a lot of tries because I didn't even have it research level 10 in the Pokedex, so it took a little bit. I think it took me like 10 or 12 resets. But it's so fast to catch them.
It's really fast, yeah. But he wasn't resetting. He was like randomly playing, and he's just like, oh, I think I caught like a shiny something.
Motherfucker. Yeah, that's the cool thing. Like, it's like 500 to 600 yards of distance or so. Not seeing them because the view distance in this game is awful. Yeah. But you can hear the shiny noise. So make sure you have the SFX volume and the Pokemon Cry volume really high, because you can actually hear the shiny noise, and you're like, oh shit. And after the shiny noise, it immediately plays the Pokemon Cry of that Pokemon. So if you hear a Pikachu and you're like, oh, I know that's Pikachu, and then you just go walk around the area until you find a Pikachu.
You got a shiny Alpha Hippodon.
Oh, wait, is it shiny though? Because he might not know that there's actually 2 different colors of Hippopodon if it's male or female.
Yeah, you got the shiny.
Okay, because the female is blue.
That's alpha.
And the male is, Is it blue?
I think so.
That's the female. Right. I don't think that's the shiny, because I have that.
I'm saying like for him, like he's just saying he's like he got his Dex thing where it's.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. Because I know a lot of people get confused about that Hippopodon. Yeah, the male like has different, like they have different spots. They look different, the male and females, and the female turns into a blue when it evolves, and then the male stays like brown and gold or whatever. But yeah, long story short, Pokemon Legends is, if you enjoy Pokemon games, is very fun. Especially if, like, here's the thing that makes it the most fun for me. The thing that used to suck about, especially shiny hunting, was the fact that I had to always do encounters all the time. So, like, to find a shiny, you literally had to run around the grass, like, maybe 4 times. Let's use my buddy Caleb as an example, right? Speedrunner Caleb, right? It took him over 10,000 resets. 10,000. It's 100 hours of gameplay. 10,000. And he did it all on stream. He legit watched all Pokemon fucking series on stream. The anime, all of them, from the first season all the way to fucking X, Y, and Z. I think he watched, and he ended up 10,000 resets, over 10,000 to get a black Rayquaza, the shiny Rayquaza. And yeah, just imagine having to like actually go into battle, see the animation of the Pokemon coming in, seeing it's not him, and then escaping and all that stuff over and over again.
Yep.
In this game, you literally just run around and you're like, oh, that's a shiny.
It's kind of like was it Let's Go? Let's Go is
Yeah,
good too.
Let's Go is
That was like the easiest shiny game until this one.
This one makes it even more easier. Oh, also there's also Shiny Charm in this game, but it's a little bit harder in this game to get because mastering the Pokedex requires you to perfect every not perfect, but you got to get them all to research level 10, which is pretty easy. For the most part, most of them is like catch 5 of them, defeat 5 of them, and maybe like there's some of them are all different. Like one of them will be like, watch this Pokemon use Gust 5 times or some shit like that, or kill this Pokemon with fire type moves, blah, blah, blah. So every time you go up to them, you can hold the LZ button and press down on the D-pad, and it will show you what you have to do to master it. So it's like they do a really good job at making the Pokemon catching actually really fun. Like the thing about this game is I lost track of time. Like I was literally just running around in the first area. 8 hours went by. I was like, oh fuck, I am still in the first area and I'm already at level 40. Like,
the main takeaway is just like it's one of those like games that kind of sucks you up, takes you in, and you're like, all right, cool, these mechanics are like, it's different enough, and especially if you're a Pokemon fan in general, it'll be fun to play and it's fun to experience because it's like a bunch of like neat things. You're like, oh, I kind of wish I could always do this, and you can kind of do this thing. So it's like a very good prototype. It's just, it looks
awful,
so shit.
Yeah,
there's bro, if you think it looks good, I don't know what to tell you.
I do not trust you as a human being.
I would never ask you how something looks again.
Yes, I will. Yeah, if you buy a game and I haven't played it, I will never ask you, hey, is this game good? Because I won't trust you. So yeah, the closing thoughts on it. It's a really good Pokemon game. It's got a lot of. One last thing I'll touch on is like it has a lot of mechanics that I wish were done in other Pokemon games, and I hope they do in future. Like the whole having to trade to evolve Pokemon, I always found that so stupid. I hated it. Like to get Golem or Gengar, blah blah blah. If you don't have friends that actively play the game, like even Brilliant Diamond Pearl, me and Junior still have it. Like we have the opposite versions of each other, and I've been wanting to, but I always forget to like trade him Pokemon and him trade me like that. We don't have. I always forget. In this game, they make it so you level instead. So you literally
push a button.
You push a button to evolve them. Like you can choose whenever to evolve them. You don't have that animation, blah blah blah, that happens. So like for me to get Umbreon and Espeon was incredibly easy because both my Eevees were ready to evolve, but one of them I didn't evolve until morning. I evolved one, got Umbreon, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna wait till morning, and I'll evolve the other one to get Espeon. Really easy. Like learning moves, you can change moves on the fly. You can relearn old moves that you've had because you can master moves in this game, and they never forget them. So yeah, there's a lot of mechanics that I wish they would do in older ones or maybe in the future. So what I'm taking from this game is the gameplay is really good. The game looks awful, but sometimes the best way for me to explain this is sometimes the gameplay is so good and so fun that you almost forget how bad the game looks, right? Until you actually stop and look and you're like, wow, this game looks awful. But
it's kind of like when you play retro games.
Yeah.
Because realistically, so the sprites look so good. Yeah, I get that. To me, it doesn't look that great.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't look great graphically, you know?
You know, I always hate when people say that too. Because I was streaming the game yesterday and people were saying that. And I'm like, listen, I know graphics. I'm not a big graphics guy, right? But I play a lot of old games. I play Final Fantasy VII. I play all the pixel remasters. Like, bro, they're old pixelated games, right? Yep. But those, in the time that those games came out, that was literally like the best graphics that you could possibly get. That is where I'm coming from. 2022, and you're telling me the best that Pokemon can do is looking like a PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 2 game. Like, no, that should not. That's not an excuse. Like that graphics don't matter. Like if those games could do it back then with barely any technology, why the fuck are we dealing with this now? Doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It's not like it's a brand new. If it was a brand new console, like if the Switch just came out, I would understand.
Yeah,
because I understand
just the working
when
kinks.
Games release and they have to like learn
the new systems, engines, and all that, and software and hardware.
They already did a Pokemon game on the system.
2. 2 of
They
them.
did three. Let's
3.
go. They did Pokemon Sword and Shield, and they did Snap.
And they did
Well,
DLC for
technically,
Sword and
Snap
Shield.
was somebody else. Because it was like a collab, but like still, 3 Pokemon games have passed through.
Honestly, they should have just let that company work on this game too.
And yeah, technically they put Cafe Mix and they put the other game, that Roblox looking one.
Yep.
There's 5.
Yep.
There's 5
Yep.
Pokemon titles on the Switch.
Yeah.
And in the home, but the home is there.
My thing is, like, I hope that they learn from this, but I doubt they're going to, because there's so many critics that either they paid off or just sucking Nintendo's dick. Excuse my language. That are just like praising the game, that I think the next one's just gonna be just as lazy. I'm really hoping that they learn from this one and use it as a building block, since it's their first open world game. Which, in my opinion, if you've never done a game like that, I don't know why you would choose to do such a huge undertaking. You probably should have just like gave it to a different company to make it,
and not hired anybody.
Yeah,
like I don't know if they did. It doesn't feel like they did, or if they did get them, they're like, you're a new guy, shut up. This is how I feel.
Yeah.
So I really hope they use this game
as a building block,
like
for the next
like
one.
a really good review of what they should and should not do.
Yeah.
I think that's what
should not make the game look like it was made in 2010.
Yep. So that's it. We should.
I'm wiping my hands with it now. No, I'm not going to talk about it anymore unless they announce DLC or do an update. People are saying they're going to update the game. Motherfucker, when has Pokemon ever updated graphics after a game's come out? Never. Please stop saying that.
But
speaking of a game,
graphics,
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Think about. Remember, everybody was tripping about Avatar coming out.
Yep.
And just looking amazing. Yeah. So they're making a mobile MMO
by Tencent.
By Tencent. That's scary.
Yep.
Scared.
That is scary. I don't know if I'll play it. It's an MMO Avatar game. I don't know if I'm gonna play it. I'll probably check it out, but
it's gonna be later on this year. I don't know. I just wonder about the story. I know that I think it's like they're trying to. Whenever Avatar 2 comes out, I'm pretty sure it's gonna come out right before then. Or
yeah, they're probably gonna release very close to each other to kind of like draw in the hype from one and the other. You know.
Yeah, but it should look good, considering that like
I pray.
Yeah,
I pray.
But I'll see that one.
Since we're on the topic of monster collecting games, for those of you that don't know, me and Junior both backed a project. I don't even know anymore if it's a blockchain game. It still is, but like they've changed crypto so many times. It actually like kind of pissed me off. And Junior,
Same.
like we both kind of
like,
yeah. So they had this wolf coin that needed Ethereum to purchase. I purchased it. So me and Junior both bought some Ethereum, and then we purchased some of this wolf coin for Untamed Isles, which is the name of the game.
Never done it before that moment, by the way.
Yep. That was the first time we've ever did it. And then it's probably never going to do that again until the game actually comes out. Learned my lesson. They ended up changing the Bitcoin. They dropped that Bitcoin completely and went with a different one.
Yeah. Cryptocurrency.
So,
Bitcoin's actually a thing.
Yep.
But yeah. I don't know. It's like weird. So like for full context, there are NFT games, and I know people hate NFTs, right? Like, but there's NFT games that are coming out. There's currently one probably super solid one. It's called Axie Infinity. The idea is if you've ever played Diablo 2 and you've done the auction house, or Diablo 3 and it had done the auction house where you can sell stuff to people, right? And you're like, hey, I've been farming this dungeon. I got a bunch of stuff. Somebody's like, I don't have time to farm a dungeon, but I want that thing.
Yep.
I'll pay you like $10 for it, right?
Yep.
That is like when you have correctly done NFT games, that's kind of like what happens.
Which is weird because people hated it. Yeah. But I think it's just because anytime any game involves anything with outside money spent, they just hate it.
Yep.
Like because me and you, we played gotchas. We're like, wait, I can just spend money and get exactly what I want instead of pulling a slot machine.
Yeah.
Okay, sign me up. Spend $10 instead of $2,000 to try to get one thing I want. Okay, gotcha.
Bro, I'm telling you, you tell some of these 7 Deadly Sins kids, like, man, you could have gotten Gother for like $20 instead of $1,800. They would have bought.
Yeah, because that game had no pity.
It's just that's how we reason that why it's okay. Because like a lot of people that don't do that, like what we do, like with mobile games and stuff like that, they're like, oh, this is gross. Like I would never spend money on DLC. Like, you know, I get that because I used to be like that before. I ever played One Piece Treasure Cruise.
Yes, and Brave Exvius.
That's what got me started.
Oh God, Brave Exvius.
So you know what I'm saying, like, but like I'm now okay with it. It's part of my gaming spending, right? And like, so the NFT game stuff, like I said, if when it's done right, like for example, Axie Infinity is one of the ones that's done right, where you could like just pretty much purchase exactly what you want and call it good and play the game and whatever. So this game is coming out called Untamed Isles. We backed that game. This is not definitely like, hey guys, you should get into it too. We're telling you about it. It's an NFT game. They've been updating how it looks like. Goddamn. It's a Pokemon MMO game that is like, it has a full loot. So for people that are familiar with full loot, you're gonna be like, wow, holy shit. And people that are not familiar, that means like if I PvP you, right? And I kill you, right? And I beat you in this PvP match. I take your stuff.
For those of you guys that do not know, you want an example. If you've played Tom Clancy's The Division 1 and 2, it's literally the Dark Zone.
Yeah, it's the Dark Zone.
So like if you get loot, now keep in mind, this is only in a certain area. It's in a PvP zone. So like you're not going to play the game and in every area you're just going to get fucking ganked and all your shit stolen from you. It's only in this PvP zone where you cannot decline matches. You literally cannot decline. So if someone comes up to you and is like, hey, I want to battle, you can't just be like, no, and walk away.
Your eyes met and it's over.
Yeah, it's literally just Pokemon.
On site.
So once you do the battle, if you win, you take all their shit and vice versa. You can go back in that area and after you heal up and rebattle that person and take your shit back, but chances of that happening is extremely low. I used to do it all the time in the Division. If somebody killed me, I would just go to the helicopter pad and wait for them to try to extract, and I'd kill them. I'd take my shit back.
Exactly.
It was a never-ending cycle.
But that's so the people that like that kind of stuff, that's there for them, you know. And it's yeah, of course it gives you like, they have better loot drop because the risk is so damn high. You lose all your stuff.
Yep.
So it's like, yeah, there better be better loot there. If
I think they said something about having a satchel like they do in Escape from Tarkov, where you can put certain things in there, like 2 or 3 items that can't get stolen, but everything else is gone.
Yep. Yeah. So pretty much you go there, like old school. This is like old school MMO stuff. Like you go to your house or your bank or whatever, you drop the important stuff that you were like, I can't lose this. You put that there, and then you take like my best expendable stuff. Like, this is expendable, but it's the best of my expendable stuff. And you go to that zone and you try to win. You know, you try to like gain more stuff. That's a part. Then they have like the regular full story, whole world that you can do.
Let me tell you, this world looks crazy good. Yeah, better than Arceus.
That looks better than most games.
Yeah, and it's a Kickstarter funded game. All right. When you're comparing a company that makes $100 billion in profit a year to a Kickstarted game that made 800,000.
Yeah.
And their original goal was only 200,000.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I got a book for it too. So like, if you want to read this, if you're like into stories, it's like a fantasy lore thing, right? They actually hired like this one like New York bestseller author guy.
Yeah, they literally hired an author to write the story for this game.
Yeah. So they got like a good. We read some of the story. It's really good.
Yeah, because like we backed the game pretty significantly. I think we both got like the $200 to $400 one. It was like
about a $500 back.
So, yeah, you upgraded yours. I stayed with the $250 one. Yeah. So we backed it pretty heavily. There was some people that did 5,000 stuff like that, like kind of crazy. But so yeah, the higher tier you are, the more stuff you got. We got the book sent to us. We're gonna get the physical copy when the physical copies are actually printed, but we got the digital version, and I think they're gonna do an audiobook too, because they reached a goal for that on the Kickstarter as well. They upgraded all the character models. The world,
dude, it looks so much better.
Yeah, dude. It used to be like a very chibi look, like very very chibi look, kind of like older Pokemon, right? Like maybe like 3DS Pokemon, right? Kind of like that, but worse maybe. But they upgraded them, and they're like full 3D models. They're really good luck. Yeah, they're like Genshin characters, honestly. Yeah, but honestly, they look better than Genshin characters. And it's on Steam right now. If you guys want to look at it, it's called Untamed Isles. The open beta is going to be available soon. I think they're aiming for like the end of March. We are gonna have our own closed beta that we're gonna be able to play starting this month. So this is only for the people that back the game. So I think we're actually going to be able, we've been able to do play tests and stuff for like the last 2 months since we backed it, but we haven't been able to talk about any of it or show it. But I think this month they're going to allow us to actually make content and show the game off. So I am actually looking forward to doing that. Me and Junior will probably both collab and do some stuff on that because honestly, it's so fun, dude. Like, just think of Pokemon, but it's open world MMO and there's proximity voice chat.
Dude, oh my god, that was the best part.
Yeah,
dude.
dude.
I swear. We're sitting there playing these like Pokemon battles, talking like mad shit. Or like somebody was like trying to do like there's some crazy mechanics in there. Like they put some so they got just for also if you were wondering about the battle, they hired the multiple world champion of the video game like
the
VGC
Pokemon
version of Pokemon Championship.
Yep.
So he like won like several championships. He's like for the Pokemon competitive game, like on like Switch and the DS and all that stuff like that. He's been a multiple champion, and they hired him to create their battle system.
Mm-hmm.
So they made some crazy cool mechanics that are really fun. There's a group of people next to us, and we're sitting there like battling, and the guy's like, "Wait, what if we stack?" There's just some ability that was like stacking attack.
Oh, that's when they had to literally fix that. He broke the game. He lit him for like, I couldn't even see all the zeros, man. It was like trillions of damage he did. And keep in mind, you have like 200 health. And he hit him for like 1 trillion damage. I was like, holy shit.
So, but it was cool because we're all like battling, and then we're like, guys, we're like, wait, hold on, where's keep on stacking? We're like, wait, how many stacks you guys at? We're like, we're at like 115 stacks. We're like, oh, this is gonna be good. We don't see this. And it was like the number was so big, it couldn't fit on the screen.
Yeah,
like,
it was
just like a
so
huge
funny.
ass damage number. But it's like really cool. So it has like they have like the Pokemon element things. Each one of the monsters has like 7 different parts to it.
Yeah, you can literally think of your Pokemon or monster that you have as a chimera, and you can just like take different parts of different monsters and put them on your. So you can take the best parts of every monster and just combine and make the best monster you can possibly make.
Each part has a move attached to it.
Yep.
So and a look. So
to use that as an example, you can kind of think of Temtem, but even more MMO-ish, even bigger.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, the proximity thing is gonna be funny. It's just giving me like VR chat vibes, where you can just really, like, literally run around and be like, "Hey, you, duel me, run your own shit."
So if you're looking at like RP stuff, that should be kind of fun. It's gonna be great for content if you're like a streamer. It is a play to earn system, so aka the game is, I think it's
free.
like $30. The game is like $30.
Yeah.
You get the actual like the stuff with it, but it's like $30, and then like you can earn the cryptocurrency for free. You don't have to do anything, buy in nothing. It's just literally, I got a character. They give you some starter stuff. You can catch your own stuff, and you can use that to sell it if you want to. So it's gonna be a great content game for people.
And most of the NFT stuff is cosmetics.
Yes.
So like mounts, there's mounts in the game.
Oh, that looks so cool.
Cool fucking mounts. We got some sick ones for kickstarting.
I was gonna say one, but it's totally a spoiler for Black Clover. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, don't say it.
Really cool. if you've caught up with Black Clover, there's a thing that you see somebody flying on.
Yes.
Later,
a big thing
in the game.
Yeah. A very sharp big thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
It's cool as hell. So yeah, they have that in the game.
Great. The guilds are so insane. It has like
we didn't talk about that. They're gonna have guild wars.
Yes,
guild wars, and they're gonna have actual tournaments that are funded.
Like
you're gonna be able to win money playing this game.
Yeah, free entry, and they said like it's gonna have like prizes of like everybody that makes like top 10 gets like $500 type thing. Like,
not to mention you're gonna get NFTs in the game, which you can probably sell for a lot of money.
Yeah, so all the NFT bros, if you're in there, you got that. People that just like money into your PayPal, play that game.
Yep.
like that's gonna be the best $30 you ever spend.
Yep.
And then you have your Pokemon-esque stuff, battle style. You got your guild stuff. You have your full loot if you like the PvP stuff. There's like almost everything somebody likes. Fishing. Ooh, that fishing looks dope. I got the dope ass fishing rod though.
Yeah, you do.
There's only 12 of them in the game. I got one. Let's go.
Hey, I'm glad I won the giveaway.
Yeah,
of the fucking cool gem punk, dude. That shit was sick.
So sick. So there's a lot of cool stuff with it, and so like it's cool if you're trying to get into something that you can potentially like as a game, like if you're just like, hey, I just want to play a game, I don't want to mess with crypto. You don't have to really mess with it. It's just exists.
Yep.
And then if you want to mess with crypto stuff, like say you're trying to get your friend and he's like, it's crypto bro only. He's like, oh, I only mess with
Yeah.
cryptos. Well, play this game, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, so you can mingle.
Again, keep in mind though, like none of the monster stuff as of right now, none of the monster stuff is NFT. So like you won't get a pay to win advantage by like spending a fuck ton of money and getting the most OP monster and being able to shit on everybody. It's purely cosmetic stuff, mounts, outfits, fishing rods, stuff like that. Housing. Oh, there's housing too.
Yeah.
Where you can make your own house. You can have your own area for housing. You can decorate it. There's gonna have a guild housing. It'd be really cool.
So. They have like I think it's from my understanding it's free housing and then they have NFT housing.
Yeah.
So if you're trying to like buy an actual like plot of land in the game permanently, you could do that.
Yep.
Or if you want to go into like the free housing area.
Yeah. Even the Kickstarter thing, like they only had like 10 people. Like the most expensive one had their own plots of land.
Yeah. Like
by the water. Crazy.
They also had like an invited dinner to like because they're in New Zealand, so like they flew them out to like New Zealand.
Yeah,
to, like,
that's kind of insane.
I was like, okay, but it was like a $10,000 package.
I'm good. We can keep the $10,000. But the graphics in this game look insane. I actually can't wait to play this. If you guys want to check it out, they put all the updated pictures on Steam. Put it on your wish list so you know when it's become available. They're gonna do open beta. It's called Untamed Isles on Steam, so definitely look it up. Play the beta when it comes out so you can try it, see if you like it, if you're into monster collecting games, and give it a shot. Let us know if you like it or not.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be kind of cool. So also, if you guys are looking like, hey, you're really interested, and you're like, hey, I want to look for a guild, we're making a guild.
Yep, 100%.
Don't worry about that.
I don't know if we're gonna call it Legion of Chill again, but we'll think of something. The last thing, since we're on monster stuff, Monster Hunter Stories 2, actually sold 1.5 million units in 6 months.
It went up?
Yeah, it went up since the last since he posted it. It was 1.4. It's at 1.5 now.
Yeah, Outsider Stories 2, man. That shit. Oof.
And the original Monster Hunter Stories was only on the 3DS. It is on mobile, but they don't have the mobile stats anywhere. I'm assuming it probably sold decently, like okay. Like probably a lot of people bought it on iPads or tablets. But yeah, the original didn't even sell 1 million. I think it was like 700,000 or something like that. And that game is phenomenal. So I'm hoping they sell even more after a year goes by or 2 years. I'm assuming that it is also on Steam now. So I'm assuming that as the time goes on, they're gonna have more Steam sales. They'll probably sell more. But I'm waiting myself for a Steam sale to buy that because it looks so good. So as soon as it goes to like $30 or $20 something, I'll probably buy it.
Yeah, there's like literally nowhere. I'm like looking for like the sales for mobile, and I can't.
Yeah, I tried looking before we started this. I couldn't find anything on it.
Weird, but yeah, no. The stories, the first one was kind of like rough, sales wise, but it is great. It's a cool game, and if you want to play it, so you can get it for your phone for $5.
Yep.
And it has like auto play, so if you're like just wanted to see the story of it or whatever, you can do that too. But that's the thing. Is that all the master stuff?
That's all the monster stuff. I was just clicking through it real quickly. The next one we could talk about, since Elden Ring is coming out this month on the 25th, you guys remember last week we talked about Dark Souls games. They're having something in the code that is allowing hackers to literally infiltrate your PC through the PvP system of Dark Souls games. That's why they shut down PvP indefinitely until they figure out what's going on. Apparently, people have figured out that the code for PvP in Dark Souls and Elden Ring are exactly the same. So what they're doing right now to people in Dark Souls, they're going to be able to do in Elden Ring too if they do not fix it before Elden Ring comes out. So unless they fix this and talk about it, I highly recommend you do not play with online services on Elden Ring when you start playing it, especially if you're playing on PC.
Certain if they went back and like disabled it on every single other game, I'm pretty sure you're gonna disable it on Elden Ring. Until
yeah. There's no way they launch it with as fucked as that is going to be for them if they have to start the game with no online, because a lot of people are looking forward to playing that game with friends because there is going to be co-op in Elden Ring. Yeah, I think it's smart if they do that, because having people, again, if you're on PS4, PS5, this doesn't mean anything to you. They might be able to steal PlayStation information, but I haven't seen anything about that. They're pretty much just talking about PC. So, and the last thing I want to talk about, Elden Ring. There is going to be new game plus and multiple endings in Elden Ring.
Yes.
So if you've played Sekiro and you know you can do new game plus like 1,000,000 times in that game, and it has multiple endings as well. Same thing going to be for Elden Ring. So that makes replayability very, very good in Elden Ring. So I'm actually really excited about that.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty dope. They did have an interview. If you wanted to see it, it's on PlayStation blog. They have a very in-depth interview with Miyazaki.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, definitely the multiple ending thing is gonna be pretty dope.
Yeah, I'm excited about. That's probably like my most excited for thing. And Elden Ring being able to do new game plus.
It's such a big ass world too, so that's gonna be really cool.
Seeing people play the playtest was like, man, that looks huge.
It was funny. I was lazy. I got the playtest. I didn't feel like playing it, so my friend played it. And I just watched. He was just like, I got it. I'm like, cool. I'm just watching you play. I don't feel like playing right now.
Oh man, somebody just sent me a fucking picture of them getting a shiny Aurora.
Oh, the new one, the cool one.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's
damn
dope.
I want it.
Get it now.
I want it.
Oh, speaking of like cool like looking games, I actually got invited to this. I'll probably accept this invite.
Oh, the Witcher one.
Yeah. So the former producer of Witcher 3 made a new game called Gord. It's a dark fantasy strategy game with city building in it. So it looks really cool. It also features lots of Slavic lore, folklore too. It's gonna definitely be that Witcher feel.
100%.
And dude, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like Dungeons and Dragons and Diablo had a baby with Witcher in a good way. Like it works really well. It looks really dark too. So if you're into that kind of style, like very dark, very horror-ish, like Dark Souls-y kind of look, like that's what it looks like. And the monster designs are sick, dude.
They do look haunting, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Some of those monster designs, I'm like,
there's
good.
like
if I saw that, I'm done.
Dude, there's like a dragon that looks like a combination of a dragon and a Marlboro from Final Fantasy, and it disturbs me greatly.
Now they have some cool, like it has that third person like look, like if you ever played like the Lord of the Rings games, it has like that same kind of like aspect ratio like type of thing, and it's very, very dark. Like so if you like the Dritz like D&D stuff, it's like that style, and the monsters are like they're out of a mixture of like Souls games, D&D weird D&D stuff like
Diablo,
like dragon looks terrifying. I'm watching the video right now. Like damn,
dude, the weather in this trailer looks crazy good,
bro. It like the mouth. It's like imagine a dragon, okay, with a Cheshire cat mouth, okay. And that's like I would.
Yeah, like scary. Almost like the fucking Alice in Wonderland cat, right, with the teeth and shit, dude. Like kind of like that,
Cheshire cat. Like oh my god, bro. Look at, like here, I'm showing you a screenshot of this. Like, look at that.
Yeah, dude. That's what I was looking at when I was like, it looks like a combination of a Marlboro and a fucking dragon, dude.
And it has souls flying around it, like just casually. Like, nah, I'm good. So it definitely looks really cool. I did get invited to it, so I'm gonna accept the invite for that game, and then if we can get a copy for you too, I'm trying to.
Hell yeah, dude! Send it my way.
We can tell you guys how that game is like. That looks really cool. Like, and also that city building. So if you like,
like strategy type of city building, it looks really. It kind of reminds me of like a survival game, kind of.
Yeah, look like when you go into city building mode, it looks like Ancient Empires.
Yeah.
So like it has like that. Yeah, it's really cool.
And
it's like apparently very important too for.
The last bit of like big news, and then we'll go on to the smaller stuff. We have two more things on the docket for big news. So we got PlayStation. This is a rumor, but it seems highly likely because they actually posted this by accident and deleted it right away.
Ooh,
So there's a rumor that PlayStation is getting a new service that is very equivalent to Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, called PlayStation Infinite. And it actually kind of makes sense since they're actually taking down PS Now. And eventually they already stopped selling PS Now cards. They're probably going to replace PS Now with this. Apparently, the rumor is that it will have 3 tiers. They'll have Gold, which is PlayStation Plus right now, is literally their PlayStation Gold probably. Platinum and Ultimate. I'm assuming Ultimate is going to be PS Plus combined with their Game Pass system, like all of that together.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Plus with Now, and then probably something else. You know, they do have PlayStation View, which I'm not sure if they like sunset that one yet.
Yeah,
but PlayStation View is like a way to watch TV shows and all that stuff like that. I can imagine them wrapping that in there, because that was like how I watched like Rick and Morty and all that kind of stuff. It's like literally full cable.
Yep. I wonder if they'll put some VR stuff in there too, like PlayStation VR.
Ooh. I mean, they do give away some VR stuff.
Yeah.
Time to time. When usually most VR stuff on PlayStation is like reduced price if you are a Plus member.
Yeah, from what I've been hearing, PlayStation had the description of it on their actual website, but they ended up like removing it very fast, like right away.
Like
no pricing or anything. So no one got to see the pricing or anything. But if they do this, this is what they need to do to compete with Xbox's software sales. Because PlayStation definitely, like especially their exclusives, sell way better than Xbox games. And their hardware, like PlayStation hardware, sells way more than Xbox's. Because I mean, you have a PC, you don't really need an Xbox. But yeah, this is how they're gonna combat like the equivalent of Game Pass, because Game Pass is phenomenal. If you $5 a month, and you can literally have a library of like 150 games and a lot of new games, like Halo's on there, for example, with the story, like the story version of Halo, not the free multiplayer version, literally the $60 version of Halo is on there. They got Oddworld, they got Witcher. There's so many games. I even think the Outriders was on the Game Pass as well. Yeah, that's how I downloaded Outriders, was through PC Game Pass. What was the other game that just recently came out that I told you was on? Extraction? No, there was another one that I told you to download on their
Back for Blood?
Oh yeah, Back for Blood as well was on there. And I was like, damn, I saved myself fucking $200 right there.
Bro, not only that, that came out and I probably got like 6 people to get Game Pass like that day.
Yeah, same.
I'm streaming and I'm like, hey guys, get Game Pass, you can play it together right now. They're like, what? We play it together on stream? I'm like,
yep.
Content creators make sales accident all the time.
Yeah, they should
Big and small,
Xbox should give us a creator code like Epic Games does.
Bro. Imagine Sony did that shit.
Dude, Sony should do that shit. Hit me up. Sony.
Yeah, literally. I've been selling your shit for years.
Yep, I've been shipping you guys like crazy, okay? And then the other big news, the last big news, and we can get into the smaller stuff, was Steam Deck is finally launching for reals. February 25th. They're going to do it similar to how Sony did it to combat the scalpers. So what it is if you have pre-ordered it, right, they are going to send you an email and you're going to have 72 hours to respond to that email and get into the store and use your reservation. So only people who have pre-ordered the $5 pre-order will be getting this email. And you're going to have 72 hours to log in, and you can only buy one. They do not let you to buy more than one. So you can only buy one. You pick which one you want, and you buy it, and they're going to start shipping them on the 28th of February. So if you get the email on the 25th, you're one of the first ones to get it. They are going to ship them on the 28th. You'll probably receive it early March. So that's kind of hype. Even if your thing says like Q2 or whatever, you're still going to get this. Q2 is actually the first line of people that are supposed to get it. They literally just pushed it back as far as possible for a lot of people because they didn't want to run into the whole thing of like, oh, it's not ready to come out yet, so we're going to have to push it back again. So they just put it pretty far out to give themselves time without having to rush around and scare the shit out of themselves. But yeah, you'll be able to buy them 10 a.m. on the 25th. PST is when it goes live, when they start sending invites.
Also, they will, if you don't get into that first batch, it's fine. They're literally every week are going to do a batch.
Yep.
So until they're done. So like literally like you get in there, you're going to email, boom, you got 72 hours to answer it. And literally it's going to be like, what is that, Monday, right? 25th?
Yep.
Monday, or is it Monday?
February 25th
Friday.
Is Friday.
Every Friday. It's going to be every Friday since starting the 25th.
Yeah. So starting Monday is the Monday is when they ship it. because
Yep.
Friday, they got to process your payment on Friday when you do that, and then Saturday it finally processes on Monday, and that's when they ship it out.
Yeah. 'Cause you have until Monday to answer.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So
very good.
the $5 or that you put down also gets added to that price, so the $5 will get taken off of the final price of the Steam Deck when you buy it. Shipping costs are included as well. You can order the model that you originally reserved. So you reserved the most expensive one. That's the one you can get. You can downgrade, but I don't think you can upgrade. So just keep that in mind because they probably have a limited amount of the higher versions of them. But yeah, that's actually really hype. I'm excited. You can still deposit, do a deposit right now, but you probably won't be able to buy this until the end of the year if you do it now. Because I have friends that did it an hour after me, and theirs says the end of 2022, like Q4. So, yeah. That's
Actually, we got a thing. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
That's all. Yeah, that was all the big news. That's it, pretty much. Oh,
well, I was thinking about PlayStation stuff too.
Were you going to talk about the PlayStation Plus games for this month?
About that. Yeah, sure. Knock that out. We do have the Tiny Tina's is dropping, so if you're looking for that game, it's gonna be pretty cool. D&D themed Borderlands 3 game.
Yep.
We got
that's the DLC, right, for Borderlands 3? Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon Keep.
It's a separate game. So
is it? Okay.
You don't have to have the other game to play it. That's literally, you'll get that. You're gonna get UFC 4 apparently for free,
which is that's really new, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of like both of those are actually on drop. Like,
yeah,
it's released now.
That's crazy.
And then they're also going to do Planet Coaster. So if you're really into the Sims,
making that's the one where you make your own theme park, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You make your own theme park.
I never got into those games.
Yeah, I couldn't either. But it's a PS5 game for free. So if you're looking for PS5 games for free, there you go, pick it up. Also, the Tiny Tina's and UFC have upscaling. So if you have a PS5, this will be up.
Yeah, so those are the PS4 versions that they're giving you for free. You can probably just upscale it for $10 or for free. I don't know if it's free. It doesn't say free, but usually the upscales are $10. So you could get the PS5 version of those games for only $10 or free, depending on if they do it free or not.
So the thing I was gonna talk about, God of War dropped on PC. Okay. God of War dropped on PC. If you have not played God of War, what are you doing? I bought that on PS4 when I came. I bought the God of War PS4 Pro. Okay, I was like, you know what?
I'm trying to find the axe somewhere to buy the axe.
Oh man, there's quite a few people that can get it from.
I wanted someone to 3D fucking print it for me because it's good. Oh,
I know a guy.
Good.
I know a guy. I mean, he found your Buster Sword like
he did,
like
bro.
5 minutes.
I'm still waiting for it to get shipped. Fuck.
So we got that. But anyways, God of War dropped on PC finally. People are like losing their mind again because they're like, wow, this is amazing. I can't believe I skipped this game. It is doing so good that people are now once again really trying to buy PS5s.
Yep.
Because God of War Ragnarok comes out this year.
And these are like PC gamers that never bought a PlayStation before.
Yep.
Right? And they played God of War for the first time and they're like, holy fuck. I don't want to wait for this to come on PC next time. I want to play the next one as soon as it comes out. And as you guys know, Ragnarok is coming out this year at some point. So PS5 only first. So and it'll probably get a PC release in the future. I'm assuming that the next time they do a God of War game, it's probably going to be simultaneous release. It's just easier on them to be able to make the game for both systems instead of like having to port it. If you guys think that porting a game to PC is easy, you guys have no idea what you're talking about. They're taking a game that was made for one system with one graphic setting in mind, and they're porting it to a PC system that has like fucking 30 to 40 to 50 or whatever different graphics cards that all need different graphics settings with minimum system requirements and RAM and CPU. Like, dude, there's so much that goes into PC ports. So when they actually develop the game already with PC in mind, it's easier for them. But they have to port stuff like that, not so much. That's why a lot of Square Enix ports do terrible. Like Final Fantasy VII Remake, for example. But I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it did have some issues. Kingdom Hearts was definitely worse.
Also outsource it too.
Yep.
Because the teams that do that are like, we don't know how to
Yeah, make it for PC, and they'll literally.
There's companies that their whole thing is.
Yep, we're doing ports, pretty much.
People were tweeting stuff like, "Man, yo, fuck God of War." It's like this is the price on Steam says $50. That's a lie. It's gonna cost me $600 to buy PS5 because I need to play Ragnarok now.
Yep.
Like, you know, that's the kind of hype. Like, that's funny. Like, because it's true. Like,
it is true. Yeah.
Like, bro, if once you play God, you'll understand. Like, you will play God of War, especially if you like any kind of like action-ish kind of game. If you like cool story, like amazing atmosphere, like all that kind of stuff, right? All there. Gameplay is solid. Yell at your kid, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Boy.
Like, have them go out there and just like murder stuff. It's so cool. Once you play that, you're like, man, I need to play the next one right now. Same thing with Horizon. Horizon Zero Dawn is amazing. If you haven't played it yet, it's on PC. You can get it. Play that. Forbidden West comes out literally in
a week. Is it the 14th or 15th?
Yeah, I think it's like something like that. It's like 2 weeks. I think.
So 2 weeks from now.
And bro, you know what's coming out this week?
Dying Light 2.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Got DM'd right now. I got DM'd. I might be getting my code.
Yo, hell yeah, dude. I hope that it goes on Rainmaker or something so I can get it for free. If it's not on there yet, then probably not. But yeah, February 18th is Horizon. So
yeah,
2-ish weeks from now, 18 days from now. And
Horizon,
then like literally a week after that is Elden Ring. Dude, I just realized after Horizon comes out, every week from then for like 2 months straight is going to be banger after banger.
Bangers.
So we got Lost Ark next week. The week after that is for Forbidden West. Then after that we got we got Dying Light, then Lost Ark, then Forbidden West, then we got
Elden Ring.
After Elden Ring, we got Triangle Strategy at the beginning of March. Then we have Strangers of Paradise, Final Fantasy.
Yes.
Bruh. Oh, there's so many games coming out in March too.
Kirby
coming
in
out
March
on the
24th.
Oh my god, there's so many games. My wallet, I'm so glad that it's coming out now and not in the summertime because I'm gonna have no life.
I'm going to need to do more sponsors.
I mean, same. Wait, let me check Stream Elements. Let me see if they sent me any more.
I need some sponsors. If somebody's looking for activations, yo, hit us up, bro. Yeah. We do them.
Yep.
CCV's like somewhere it's decent. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up. Hit us up.
Oh my god.
I need to do some. I need to make some money. It's money time.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know, I got 3 feet of snow. Yes, 2 days ago. So. They ain't shit for me yet, bro. It literally blew in my screen door and knocked the screen out, and there's snow inside my porch. I was so annoyed. Like the snow was piled up against my screen door all the way up to the door handle. I literally had to shove it open. It was fucking annoying. But that's why I'm literally not gonna be leaving the house. Just, literally all I'm going to see until March is snow everywhere unless we get a random day that has 40 to 50 mile per hour. Jesus Christ. 40 to 50. That's what the wind was like during the blizzard, was 50 mile per hour winds. Unless we get a day that's like 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit outside and rain. Yeah, that snow ain't going anywhere. Because we got like this much snow everywhere on all sidewalks. It's like fucking insane. Parking everywhere is going to be annoying. So I'm just not going to leave my house unless I have to go to work. But yeah, so all these games are going to be amazing because I'm just not going to leave my house.
You know what's kind of crazy too? I forgot about this part. Like legit. EA's doing 3 Star Wars games this year.
Yep. Apparently one of them is a first-person shooter.
Yep.
Please don't be as shit as Battlefront 2. Please.
Be like original Battlefront 2. Original Battlefront 2, for the OGs that remember, that shit was amazing. Yeah. Oh my god, that game was amazing.
So they're doing a new Fallen Order, the sequel to Fallen Order, which was really good, which was the Dark Souls-like, game. Which was, I played it off stream. It's very easy. I don't even know why people call it Souls-like. It's so fucking easy. I'm playing it on the hardest difficulty, and I'm like, man, Sekiro makes this game look like a child. Like,
it's more like God of War-like.
Yeah, I agree. And then they have a first-person shooter one that they're making from Respawn. If you guys don't know what Respawn is, they're the ones who made Titanfall. So if you liked Titanfall, think of Titanfall but Star Wars. Yeah, or Apex Legends. Yeah.
You know.
And then they have a strategy game that are made from the creators of XCOM, the devs of XCOM. So if you like XCOM.
Well, I see. Here's the weird thing. the FPS game. Also, the same people that made that VR Medal of Honor game. But this one's not a
so I
VR
wonder if it's
title.
going to be a VR. But they
No,
already
it's
did a
not gonna
Star
be
Wars
one.
VR. They did the space fighting one. I forget what it was called. But yeah.
Oh, Starfront. No, Starfighter. I know.
I just know that it was, TIE
It
fighters and
was cool.
X-wings and stuff. Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah.
But they said that it's not a VR game. It's going to be a traditional FPS style Star Wars game. So I'm guessing Boba Fett or a Fett story or Mandalorian. It's going to be
I was going to say Mandalorian. Yeah, I agree.
Type thing.
I think it's going to have to do about the, this is the way.
Yeah.
Or they could just straight up make a Mandalorian game following the show. That would actually make a lot of money.
Yeah, I can see that. That'd bang. So, but none of these are the KOTOR remakes or KOTOR new game that you guys are hoping for, SWTOR or whatever. Just just throwing it out there so you guys know we're holding out.
So apparently this is the same studio that's doing Apex Legends, and they're not halting anything on Apex Legends. So I don't know how one studio is doing all this, but props to them.
EA hires huge studios.
No, like I'm reading what Jason Schreier said. He says, "Oh, and these games are in addition to Apex Legends and the other early Respawn projects, whose creative director Mohammed Alavi just left. No, I do not know how one studio is possibly doing all this. That's crazy." And apparently, Battlefront 3. I'm reading this article a little bit more. Apparently, they pitched Battlefront 3, but the licensing costs were too high, reportedly. So they're, dude, but that's crazy. Battlefront 1 and 2 sold a combined 33 million copies. That's actually a lot.
That sounds about right, though.
After everything that went with fucking Battlefront 2.
Well, you gotta remember Battlefront 1 was a banger, dude.
It was. Yeah.
So I can see that selling a lot. I can see the tapering off a bit for part 2, but
dude, see, this people talk shit about mobile games, bro. Listen to this. You guys know Galaxy of Heroes? You probably see ads for it all the time. It's the Star Wars turn-based fucking gacha game. It literally generated $1 billion from its own microtransactions. So when that's how popular Star Wars is. They made more money than Genshin.
Genshin Impact.
And that's profit. That's 1 billion profit.
That's raw.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, dude, that's in total. EA has sold more than 52 million Star Wars games over the years that have generated $3 billion.
That's gonna be a lot.
Wait, 52 million Star Wars games? That can't be right. Oh, in total they've sold 52 million copies. I was about to say, what?
I don't know
I have not been alive that long. I think I would remember that many games coming out. All right, they worded that very poorly.
So we said we were done with big news, but there is one huge thing we both forgot that happened. I think it's because of the company. It was kind of scary. Blizzard recently just got purchased by Microsoft. Yeah. I'm just saying they're creating a brand new
survival game. Yeah, and apparently it's huge for PC and console.
Huge. It's that guy actually. So.
Yes, it does. I wonder if they're going to put Blizzard characters in this game. Like, from Legend, or Heroes of the Storm or World of Warcraft, over any of those. Overwatch.
Yeah, I wonder if there's overlap.
Yeah.
Because
it says a place full of heroes we have yet to meet. So maybe not. Well, stories yet to be told.
It might be like, I could see it being like a new thing. Because Isekai, you could technically bring in old people too.
Yeah.
But I can also see there's like people that they have talked about in games and you've never seen them before.
Mm-hmm.
That could be it too.
And
like this is their world.
A lot of people don't even know what survival games entail. Like some people play these survival games and they don't even know that they're survival games. If you've played games like Rust, if you jumped on the Rust train when it was a lot of streamers were playing and had their own servers, Rust is a survival game. Ark is a survival game. Forest is a survival. Those games, if you've played them on Steam, they're all survival games. God, what's that
Minecraft.
one that Minecraft, technically a survival game. Yeah, like, and people don't even know. What's that other one that me and you talked about once that like looked so good on Steam and it came out, it was so boring. Like, oh fuck, I can't remember the name of it. But it was a survival game too. It came out, it was like so barren.
Valheim survival.
Valheim is also survival. Yep, that
Banger.
too. Yeah, I think it started with an H. I couldn't remember the name of that one. I'll look at my Steam library after and I'll remember. But yeah, it's gonna be a survival game made by Blizzard. The design for this looks crazy, but this is still very early development. Like even in this blog, they're literally posting in they're hiring art. They're hiring environmental artists, senior character artists, technical artists, VFX artists, senior like they're hiring so many people. Level designers.
Oh, my hand simulator, dude.
Yeah.
That's a survival game.
True, actually. They're hiring software engineers for audio engineers. Engineers sounds weird to say, but like game engine engineers.
Which means they're gonna make a new engine.
Yep.
Potentially.
Yep. Server engineers, tools like there. If you are into game development or just getting into it, you're looking for a job, feel free to apply. It looks like they're hiring a lot of people for an unannounced survival game. Just go to careers.blizzard.com and you'll see it on their website.
And yes, we know like there's a lot of crap that have a Blizzard, but they also bought by Microsoft, and hopefully it will be better.
Yeah, and like we said in the last, if you guys haven't seen the last podcast, go take a look back at it. And I will start, because a lot of people brought this to my attention, I will start, if I have time, I will try to write down while we're doing a podcast timestamps. For like this part of the stream we're talking about PlayStation, this part of the stream we're talking about Blizzard, blah blah. And I'll try to do it for you guys, because I know a couple of people told me it would be better if they had timestamps, because there's some things that they don't care about that they could just skip through a little bit.
Makes sense.
I'll do that for you guys if I have time. I don't know if I'll be able to do it on every show, but some of them go longer than we want, and we ramble. There's the thing, it's just two guys that love gaming that just ramble on. Like sometimes we ramble on about shit.
Yeah.
Like, we literally rambled on about Pokemon Legends and fucking PS Vita, which wasn't even in the fucking... Like, we didn't even plan to talk about the Vita. We talked about it for 20 fucking minutes, so...
I hate it.
Oh, shit. But yeah, so, like, in the last week's podcast, we talked about how Phil Spencer tweeted out pretty much that, without basically saying, hey, fuck Bobby Kotick, I'm the boss. He pretty much said, like, I'm the CEO when we acquire Blizzard. And there was also rumors of Bobby Kotick himself saying that he's stepping down because he knows that he's going to lose his job anyway. So, if you hate Bobby Kotick and all that piece of shits, that he protected and did the same shit that he did, then don't worry about that, because Microsoft does not do that shit and they don't condone it. So they are they're going to clean house. So this is probably the best thing that could happen to people that work for Blizzard and Activision, to be honest. Especially the females that work there.
Well, the crazy thing too is like, because Blizzard at one point in time was literally rated the highest like happiness, like work happiness place at one point. It was like that. It was crazy. I can remember in Glassdoor, they're like, this is the like pinnacle of best place to work at.
I think it was also a lot of bullshit, because they probably were told, hey, if you say good stuff here, we'll give you a bonus.
Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah.
But hopefully they can bring it up to that point. So I'm trying to keep it a half full,
Yeah.
so I'm saying that. Also, speaking of Blizzard Activision, they're doing COD 2022, COD 2023, and Warzone 2, aka 2023. Those are all going to be on PlayStation still.
Yeah.
Anything beyond that may not be.
Yeah, that was posted by Jason Schreier. There's a blog, interview that they've done with Activision, where Activision has said that they will value and they will honor the commitments that Activision has with PlayStation, at least for the next 3 years. So everything that's been in development for PlayStation from Activision or Blizzard is staying true. They're staying true to that. But after that, they said, we don't know. It's hazier after that. So you may see a future where Xbox and PC are the only ones that have Call of Duty. You know what? That's fine, because Call of Duty's ass. I haven't liked the Call of Duty game in so long. Vanguard is okay, but
yeah, We went in there just kind of like cleaned house. We're like, all right, let's get off this game now.
Yep. Honestly, like I really want Overwatch 2 to come out, and I want it to be good. I want it to be good. I've been
I want it
waiting.
to be bigger than what they were planning because it to me seemed very underwhelming.
Yeah,
We called it part 2.
Yeah,
Sound like a DLC they were trying to call to.
It did.
Oh, well, hopefully it gets bigger. I just realized we're gonna have more news next week.
Yeah, a lot of news.
Like we have a state of play on Wednesday.
Yeah. Wait, it got announced?
Yeah.
When?
Featuring Gran Turismo 7 is gonna be on there.
Oh, dude, wait, where PlayStation posted this? Oh, don't.
By the way, this video, this looks amazing. Here, let's hear you. Let's take a little DM right there. Go to Twitter, Matt. Hello, beautiful, bro. Oh my, I love Gran Turismo so much. I'm gonna buy that shit.
Okay, like, hear me up. I know. I know they said March, but like, I'm gonna get my clown outfit real quick and maybe no, not 16, but I'm hoping we see something for Remake. I mean, they just had their anniversary, so maybe.
And they've been hardcore promoting Red 13 stuff.
Yeah, that was for some giveaway thing they had in Japan, but dude,
I know, but think about it.
Yeah. I hope that they don't show. So I hope they show some stuff on there. It's just so weird too, because like Nomura, like, so for the 25-year anniversary, I'll talk about this briefly because we've been going on for a while already. 25-year anniversary, as we said, was yesterday. In Japan for Final Fantasy VII is anniversary since OG came out. Nomura did make Nomura and Katase, which are the creators of the game, did make a statement. Nomura's, which was a little bit more forthcoming. He did share a little bit more than Katase did. He said, let me just briefly read this over. So he talked about how First Soldier and Ever Crisis, it says they're waiting for more, to reveal more news of Ever Crisis. First Soldier also going to have a new event, Valentine's Day event they announced. And then they also said there will be more new Final Fantasy VII projects that started up after Remake coming in the future too. Mm-hmm. The team see this 25-year anniversary as a waypoint on our journey with Final Fantasy VII and will continue pressing ahead to even greater things. So projects could be anything. It could be a movie, it could be an anime, could be a game, could be a light novel.
Gonna remaster Evan Children Watch.
It's already in 4K.
I know. Watch they're gonna remaster.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Evan Children is gonna be an Ever Crisis. So so there's rumors of, you guys don't know, light novel came out for Final Fantasy VII Remake that was called Traces of Two Paths, and it's Tifa and Aerith both telling their backstory to the group, to certain people in the group. Of course, Cloud doesn't hear either one of them.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. And so Aerith tells Tifa her backstory. Tifa tells Aerith her backstory, pretty much. And Red 13, best boy. So they talk about what happened to them in the past, how fucked up their past is, stuff that they don't really show in OG or Remake. And a lot of people are thinking that that is going to be a anime that they do, because there was leaks of Nomura being lead director for a Netflix original. And that's supposed to be separate from the Final Fantasy IX kids anime that they're doing. So that could be one of the things. They could be doing a movie for Remake or 7. Who knows? But yeah, more. I think they're at this point, they're just fucking milking the fucking shit out of this game, dude. I just hope they don't take it to the point where it's annoying. One more quick thing that I want to talk. Okay, so let me just rattle off some of the quick stuff that's not so important that some of you might care about. Hyperscape. I don't know how many of you guys played Hyperscape. They closed that game down. Done. Remember how they said they were going to pull an Anthem and they were going to fix the game and make it better? Yeah, they also pulled an Anthem where they said game's closed. It's not worth it for us to work on it anymore. So that game's closed down. And Crisis 4. If you guys have played Crisis 1, 2, or 3, Crisis 3 was fucking amazing. Crisis 4 is officially happening after pretty much a decade since this last game. So there's a teaser trailer. You can look it up on YouTube. There's a teaser trailer for Crisis 4, and it looks fucking amazing. And it looks like Unreal Engine 5 almost.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, it looks like
it wouldn't be a Crisis game without breaking computer.
Yeah, it looks insane. Apparently, it's going to be on PS5 as well. The rumors are saying. So that's crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And then the Rumbleverse as well is having a closed beta on February 12th. Rumbleverse is the kind of like wrestling battle royale game that you guys have seen. I'm pretty sure it's made by the same people that make Knockout City. It looks very similar.
Oh, no, it's the Fortnite team.
Is it the Fortnite team? Yep. Okay. So on Epic Games, you can sign up for the beta if you guys want to play it. Don't know. They don't have a release date for the actual game yet. So try to. It's just a network test. It's not like a 3-day weekend beta. So it's only from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Central Time. So go figure out whatever time that is for you. And it's only on Epic Games Store.
It's not Fortnite, bro. It's Killer Instinct, people.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that actually hypes me up because I love Killer Instinct. I play the shit out of that on Xbox, dude.
I was like, Iron Galaxy. I'm like, that sounds familiar. That's actually not Fortnite. I'm like, wait, hold up. Yeah, Killer Instinct and Dive Kick. So they're FGC kids all through.
Damn, that's actually hype. All right, and then the last thing, and then we can talk about some of the gotcha mobile stuff that we always save for the end. Google finally launched Android games on Windows 11 PCs, but not for everybody. And I hope this wasn't what they were talking about for the Google app, because it seems like it's Windows 11 only. And because it's saying you need the Google Play Games app, and it's only available at Windows 11, which kind of pisses me off because I do not. If you're a content creator, you know that any kind of upgrade to Windows or like changing from Windows 10 to 11 is gonna fuck up your shit completely. So like I am like dreading doing that so much. I almost want to wait till I buy a new PC for my streaming PC that already comes with Windows 11 on it, and then I can just download all that shit again because, oh god, I know it's gonna break everything. I know none of my audio is gonna work on fucking Streamlabs or OBS. Everything's gonna be fucked.
Although I heard some people already have already switched over, like Big Cheese, for example. I think he switched over and said it worked like flawless.
Yeah,
actually, he was kind of scared, but
I might do it on my gaming PC first just to test it,
yeah,
and then do it on my streaming PC.
Yeah, so I might have to just reboot up my streaming PC, my old one, just in case, because I'm gonna do my new game.
Oh no. And it's apparently it's like I thought it was gonna be. Not every game is on that. Only certain developers that have actually developed the game to work for PC are working on a Google Play. So if those of you guys that thought like games like First Soldier, I'm gonna be able to play it, nah, they're not gonna do it. They're probably not gonna. So the only games right now that they have working are games like Mobile Legends, Summoner's War, State of Survival, Three Kingdom Tactics, just to name a few. Like pretty much all the big like Android games that make a fuck ton of money. Probably the Garena fighter one that's like PUBG, the most popular game, a mobile game apparently in the world. That's probably going to come too as well. But yeah, it's just in beta and it's very limited right now, the amount of games that are on it, and they have plans to widen the rollout as the year goes on. But for now, it's not that many people are doing it. So this might be a end of the year kind of thing that you will see.
Yeah, it's kind of what we said I think it's the first episode podcast where we said it's like the developers are literally going to be like opting in.
Yeah, yep.
Like they're like, hey, I want to do this.
Yep.
Because it's a headache and a half. Like,
And if you want to sign up for the Google Play beta, you can go right now on their site and sign up for it to get access to the service. But the game, like I said, the games list is really short right now.
Here's the other caveat. They're only taking users from Hong Kong, South Korea, and Taiwan.
Yep. So yeah, nobody in. You can sign up for access for the United States right now, but they're not doing it in beta testing in the United States right now. So
it's a little way out.
Yeah. Did I miss anything before the mobile stuff?
Nothing important other than the fact that Mountain Dew got alcoholic Baja Blast.
Shit, I almost forgot.
Most gamer news ever.
Where and when can I buy this?
I don't know. I just need it now.
I'm about to do streams where I'm going to be drinking Baja Blast, and streams would be like, "Oh, you drinking Mountain Dew?" I'll be like, "Yeah, but with alcohol." Dude, that's probably gonna taste so good,
bro. If you type in the word alcohol, the second highest Google search is Baja Blast.
Wait, can I buy? I wonder if I could buy on Amazon. I'm literally gonna check right now.
And then second one is Baja Blast.
It's like the first thing that comes up when I type in Baja Blast on fucking Amazon.
That's crazy. The fact that you type in alcohol and the second option is only Baja Blast. That's damn. The spiked seltzer. There you go. Zero sugar.
Oh, it's seltzer? Oh.
Yeah, it comes out late February. Limited numbers of states. Wait, we have okay, what states? I'm pretty sure Texas will be fine.
I'm gonna see if it's on freaking Amazon.
Oh, it's coming. Amazon. It's gonna be released from Boston Beer.
So it's gonna be in my town. Let's go, dude.
Yeah, they make Truly's hard seltzer.
I can't wait. I have Truly's in my fucking fridge right now. They're so good. So I know they're gonna taste good. That's dope.
Yep. That's gonna be the new gamer fuel. Oh boy.
That's the weekend fuel right there.
This is 5% alcohol by volume, caffeine free with
that's
added
actually
sugar.
more than beer. Than most beer. Most beer is like 3% alcohol.
Yep.
That's pretty strong.
Lit.
I drink like fucking 5 of them bitches on stream, and I'll be litty titty.
Also, Mountain Dew, if you want to sponsor us for this, let us know.
Oh, dude, 100%. I will sponsor that. I will. I know a lot of people that would buy that. I know people that literally ordered Baja Blast from another country to their house because that's how much they like Baja Blast. So,
yeah,
in alcohol form, I know a lot of alcoholics.
Yep, normal.
I'm not saying I was one or anything. But...
Before gaming was a big thing for us, we were both very, very avid club goers. So
yes,
yeah,
we were probably, you would not expect us to play video games. Like, we were the people that were in the club, and then you would talk about it with a friend. They'd be like, "You play video games? No. You watch anime? No."
The funniest thing, I was like, "Yeah, I play WoW," and they're like,
"What? Yeah, same."
What are you doing at the club?
I remember when I was an overnight manager at fucking Best Buy, doing like their remodels and stuff for them, and I would say that to people, and they're like, "Oh, what do you do when you go home?" I was like, "Oh, I play WoW until like noon or 1 p.m. and then I'll sleep until I come to work." They're like, "Wait, World of Warcraft?" I'm like, "Yeah." "No way, you play well?" "Yeah, dude. I'm not even gonna talk about it." So I was like, "I'm a retro pally and I fucking shit all over you in arena. Come at me, bro." That's when retro pallies were so
at the time. I was a combat rogue, running dual thunderclap maces. I was a twink, bro.
Dude. I remember when retro pallies were so broken. Was it Burning Crusade? Or no, it was Lich. No. Yeah, it was Lich King. They came out and they were fucking broken, dude. And then Cataclysm, they buffed the shit out of Death Knights, and I started maining Death Knight because that death grip was fucking amazing. Oh, look at this fucking priest trying to tell you away. Nah. Yeet!
No.
And then you stunlock him and just silence him and you just destroy him. It was so fun.
That was all the big regular news, I think.
Yeah, I guess we touched on it briefly at the beginning, so we can briefly talk about it again. So for those of you guys that don't know, I do have reaction videos on my main channel if you want to check them out of the actual trailers. Legions Gaming, if you guys want to check that out. So not Black Clover Mobile, that one's old news. But so 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. If you guys have played 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, they are getting a new game, which is a sequel to 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, and it is its own original story, kind of based off of the manga that they have called 7 Deadly Sins Origins, which is think of it as like Boruto kind of. It's literally. Meliodas and Elizabeth have a son. Bon and forgot her name. Elaine have a daughter as well. Like all of the King and Diane, like they all have kids and stuff pretty much, and it's about them, right? That's what the manga is about. And yeah, exactly. And 7 Deadly Sins Origins is what this game is going to be called. Plays like a Genshin Impact, and is going to have its own original story where it combines 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross Ragnarok with Origins. Like there's some kind of time space distortion, and the worlds are combining, stuff like that. So Meliodas gets to see his son, all that stuff, even though like in Origins world, Meliodas is dead. So all that stuff happens. It has its own original story. Plays like Genshin. There's going to be gacha for characters, probably 100%. There's co-op. There's probably going to be PvP. Some of the different things that it can do that Genshin couldn't. The combat looks way better. You can go underwater. There's chests underwater, so there's even more exploration with you being able to go underwater. You can fly.
Dan's a bridge now.
Yep. You can use characters to do certain skills while in the open world that will help you explore more. Like Deanne literally builds, a mountain of freaking earth that can connect you to another location. You can just run across it if you're stuck, and you needed a bridge to get somewhere else. King can fly, so you can fly in the game, and you can't do that in Genshin. The mechanics look crazy. Like the attacks are so wide, and like you really have to dodge or you get smacked around. So the combat looks a lot more intuitive than Genshin does. Genshin, like if you have Zhongli, you don't dodge. So it just seems a little bit more difficult. And since Seven Deadly Sins Grand Cross had a lot of raid stuff, like they have guild raids, they have the knighthood bosses, they have final bosses, they got PvP. They have so many different versions of PvP. So I'm thinking that if this game comes out and they do it right, and Netmarble learns from their mistakes with monetization, with bundles and all that they will actually kill Genshin. Especially with Genshin coming out with all these censoring things, people are pissed about that.
Yeah,
like even Tectone, he's saying he's gonna quit Genshin. He's just gonna play Lost Ark when it comes out. Right. Yeah, like he's literally for the last 3 days has been shitting on Genshin and how boring every event that comes out is, and how boring the no difficult content. There's no end game, and he has to make his own content all the time for stream because the game has no content. And then like they're censoring, like, bro. Yeah, literally, he does his own game shows or whatever that he needs to do to make the game interesting or the stream interesting. And like Genshin literally just removed shoulder blades from Ningguang because they said that the shoulder blades were too sexy.
We're in the 1930s, guys.
I didn't know people looked at shoulder blades. So shoulder blades was like, damn, I want to fuck that.
I mean, apparently, I don't know if you saw the regular news, but like apparently green M&Ms is the same thing. Like, man, that green M&M though. Whew.
Yeah, too sexualized, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, they fucking hate 2022 sometimes. Oh my god.
That's so weird.
So yeah, a lot of people are mad about that. Apparently at first it was just in China, but in global it came as different costumes, right? For the censoring, because they're censoring the shit out of the game. But apparently in patch 2.6, which is 2 patches from now, so probably like 2.5 months from now, they are going. Actually, no, because we've already been in this patch for 2 weeks. 2 months from now, they are going to do an update that is going to make all cutscenes and all characters be censored this way and have those outfits. Because they're 2D. Oh, by the way, if you try to climb a remember how I used to be able to climb the walls and you could actually look underneath them a little bit to see the booty cheeks? They completely removed that. You're completely invisible now.
Yeah, because remember
you can't see it at all.
I remember testing the game. They were like, we didn't mess with that. I was like, oh no, man, it looked a little different. They're like, no, we didn't mess with that.
Yeah, now they mess with it even more. Now
yeah.
You're completely if you directly go underneath or even a little bit, you're completely invisible. You cannot see your character. It's so stupid. I think they don't realize that the people waste money is for those reasons. Like
it's so small and so stupid.
Yeah, it's like whatever, dude. So that's the 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. No release date. But people are speculating that it's this year or the end of this year. I feel like it's going to be a 2023 thing, especially when they don't even give a release window. They're probably just announcing the project, and it's not anytime soon because this was a Korean live stream that they announced all these games. For those of you guys that are hyped about solo leveling, right? The manhwa. It is literally one of the best manhwas in existence right now. It's so good. The art is so good. Like all this is colored. If you guys are watching on YouTube, I literally have one of them in my hand right now. It only has 3 volumes in the West right now, but the manhwa is done. They just finished, and they announced a mobile game, but it's PC and mobile, so it's being designed with PC in mind. And I also forgot to say that about 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross Genshin clone. It is PC, mobile, and all consoles, so Switch as well, apparently. So that's already right there. One of the reasons why it might beat out Genshin, because Genshin actually isn't in the Switch yet. It's supposed to come out this year on the Switch.
And when I was working with them, they had they are having trouble with Switch.
Yeah, really bad.
Working,
yeah,
like at all.
Which is so weird, man.
It was crazy because I remember they had us in a test for it. They're like, "Yeah, if we canceled it, like they literally canceled the test on us."
Jesus, dude.
It's like can't do shit with this, man.
Oh my god. So the solo leveling game is coming out. It looks like Devil May Cry combat, and the music is actually like metal kind of. It like literally sounds like Devil May Cry. If you've played DMC5 and you Devil Trigger, that song, literally what the song sounds like on solo leveling. Completely voice acted as well for both games. And I'm trying to think what the other one. Oh, Tower of God. Tower of God anime is getting a game as well. That's also going to be PC and mobile. So like Netmarble really knows that like people are sick and tired of playing these games only on their phone, and they want to play on PC and not on an emulator. So Tower of God is going to be the only one of those three that are turn-based. So if you guys like the more turn-based style gacha games, this is going to be a turn-based RPG gacha for Tower of God. Good. It does look good. The animations look clean. It reminds me of like Star Rail, right? Like the animations for Star Rail, how Star Rail looks.
Yeah, no, it's like really cool. Like they did like there's some really good animations for that shit.
The anime, if you guys haven't seen the anime yet, definitely go see it. There's a lot of like hate on the anime because it's really different from the manga. But I mean, almost every manga does this now. Like the manga artist will literally tell the animators like, "Hey, I want this to have a different ending from the manga." So,
well, especially a lot of the webtoons. So for a lot of people that are not familiar, you can download this app on your phone or you can do it online. It's called Webtoons, right?
Yep.
Literally just webtoon.
Yeah, by the way, that's what Tower of God is a webtoon. I said manga. I meant webtoon, yeah. Sorry.
So like Tower of God and God of High School, those are like on webtoons or webtoons. You literally go there, it's just like hella long. It's shit, like everything's free. Everything's free. Don't pay shit. It'll keep it like, it'll keep where you're at. And they're like really good stories.
Yep.
But almost every single author on that damn app, it is like, if I make an anime, I'm making it different. I don't know why.
I think it's like they think maybe it'll be better if it's animated like this and I change the ending this way. Well, let me tell you something. Don't change endings. It's like,
no.
Dude, did you see that? Have you read Attack on Titan?
Nah, I didn't finish it. I read all the way up until last season.
And then you stopped for this season?
Before the resolution stuff happened.
So I'm not going to spoil anything, but they ended the manga and people weren't happy with the manga. So the artist was pretty much like, you don't like it. Oh, okay. Let's see if you like this instead. And he made it worse. And I think he did it on purpose. And it's like so badly worse that it's almost comical that he pretty much said fuck you to the fans that complained about it, because it's like they pretty much took everything Eren did and was like, yeah, it was all for nothing. It's kind of funny. So people were fucking really mad about that.
But like that's like right there, they're changing small things. I'm talking about like if you read God of High School, it is like,
yeah, completely
after
different.
the first episode, like its first 3 episodes, completely different.
Yep.
Oh, like, bro, I read that.
Yeah, the webtoons go hard with that shit. Like Demon Slayer yesterday, I read. I ended up going back and rereading the manga again after watching the last episode. Did you watch yesterday's episode? Oh, dude, fucking insane. Like, you recently read it, right? So you remember what this guy looks like, the guy with the sickles, right? He looks completely different in the manga than he does in anime.
I saw somebody cosplaying and I was like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah, in the manga, in the manga and anime, he looks way better in the anime, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're kind of rough.
Like a lot of the art in it, this is the one time where I'll say the anime looks so much better than the manga. Because bro, the anime is
affordable, like
fucking insane.
Bro, if I had the money, I don't have the money for it. But if I had the money, if I could like literally commission like an affordable artist,
dude, to like animate an intro for me, I'd nut.
I don't have that kind of money.
No.
I literally don't. What if I did?
Yeah. Oh, you're talking thousands of dollars right there, dude. That's crazy. Holy shit.
At very least. Like, man, that'd be sick. But yeah. So yeah, these games looking really nice. A Tower guy coming. It's like the fact that these mobile games are coming PC also. Like it needs to be. It's funny because I'm not even a PC bro. Like I'm like not even like a PC Master Race dude at all. I literally own every console. I enjoy playing consoles more than I enjoy PC.
Same. Yep.
But I do understand that like if a game's on PC, the game will do better. Almost all the time. Not all the time, but almost all the time. It'll just do better. It's simultaneous release, especially on mobile games. Like let people the next step, okay, the first step is getting the game on PC. The next step is allowing people to reroll. Like build it into your PC client, or like you're like, hey, you get up to like 5 instances or something like that. And
Yeah, Epic
just,
7 does it perfectly. You get like 10 rolls, and then you get to save one, and you pick one that, or no, they change it now to where you literally just pick the best roll out of the 10 rolls that you like.
Yeah, or it's like 20, I think.
Yeah, I think they changed it to 20. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like it's pretty good. Like do that kind of thing, and you're good to go. You just people won't complain anymore. You know, you get to play your game. So I think that's the way for these mobile games. They need to go that way.
I agree.
Sure.
But I think we've gone on long enough. It's been about almost 2 hours. This is probably the longest one we've done since the first episode. I did not realize we were talking for that long. We wanted to make this one short.
I was aware of the Vita grandstand that was happening, and then I was like, then we did the Pokemon one that we had too. I was like, this is gonna be a long ass podcast.
Yeah,
I, was like,
I started getting the same feels.
For people that don't know, we just had a schedule mess up yesterday, so we didn't get to record it yesterday, so we recorded it on Monday.
Yeah.
So the same day we would normally release it, we would release a couple hours ago normally, but you know.
I'll still release it today, but
yeah,
it'll be late.
A little bit late.
I got to render everything and stuff, but
yeah, so it's definitely also interesting. So we're gonna be streaming like immediately after.
Yep. I am gonna go shovel my fucking car again because apparently plow trucks went back down the street and they put all the snow against my fucking car again. So I have to shovel for the 3rd time. I'm not happy. I'm gonna go to GameStop and buy a new fucking Pro controller because, you know, the Nintendo stick drift is yeah, I hate it. By the way, if you guys didn't see my shirt, this is for Valentine's Day. It says V is for Valentine. Video games. V is for video games. All right. Hi, Mom.
Yep.
That was Junior's mom coming in. Hi.
Yep. Everybody saw. Yep. There you go. Hi to YouTube.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Gaming Sanctum Podcast. Thank you so much for listening and watching. Feel free to leave a review for us and a comment down below if you're on YouTube, or a review if you're on Spotify. It helps us out tremendously, get us more views and get higher in the algorithm. The more likes, the more comments, the more clicks, the more interactions that are on the videos, or Spotify podcasts or Google Sora stuff, the more we get seen. So would really appreciate if you guys could take some time out of your day and do that. Give us a 5-star review if you enjoy the show, and we'll see you guys next week for some more crazy ass news. Next week's gonna be pretty Lost Ark heavy, so we're probably gonna have X-Ray back on the show for next week.
Yep. We're gonna have lots of
talk about it.
Yes. But also we're gonna have a state of play to talk about because it's literally in 2 days.
Yep.
And any kind of other Final Fantasy 7 or just the anniversary stuff's gonna come out this week. So,
yeah. Hopefully we get something Ever Crisis related, because I really want to play this fucking game, and we have no news yet since they announced it. It just said 2022, and that's it.
Yep. I'm probably gonna open up some cards today. I mean, I got like another.
Oh, I'm gonna watch while I go to GameStop. Don't watch Twitch and drive, okay, guys? I'm not saying do that, but I will be.
I'll do that.
Thank you guys so much for watching this episode, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Later.